think that creationism has no basis in fact.
Okay, but
that's a science opinion.
I want to repeat this so they can hear this, okay? You're saying 99% of the professors believe that creationism has no basis in fact. I didn't talk about creationism tonight. I said there are lies in the textbooks, take them out.
Fine. 99% of professors in the relevant fields believe that evolution is true and that there are facts to support it.
Okay.
And they argue that those who attack that claim that there are not facts.
Well, let me take this one section. Look, you can ask all you want, but let's just go one at a time so people can understand this, okay? I don't think you're correct that 99% of the professors believe in evolution. Washington Times did a survey May 31st, it's in the Washington Times, 1998, the last one I'm aware of, 6 years ago, that said 55% of the natural scientists in the United States believe in Darwinian evolution. That's slightly more than half, 55%. I can show you the
What
quote.
that was referring to is essentially whether those evolutionists were atheists or theists.
No, the question was simply, do you believe in Darwinian evolution? 55% responded yes, 45% responded no. So, it's not correct to say that 90%...
What was the definition within the context of the question of Darwinian evolution?
My point is, it wouldn't matter if everybody believed in evolution. Again, it's a belief...
does believe in evolution, not necessarily the specific limited definition.
What did you just say? Everyone does believe in evolution?
Practically all scientists do believe in the relevant field.
Let me ask you a question then. Is it possible for a scientist to not believe in evolution? Or by definition, are they automatically disqualified from being a scientist because they believe in creation? Would that the guy who invented the MRI, would you consider him a scientist? He believes in creation.
Yes, he's not in a relevant field.
Not in a relevant field. Okay. What you're arguing here is an argument from majority opinion, and you better take a debate class, son. This won't hold up at all.
I'm not arguing from majority opinion.
Yes, you are.
I'm arguing from the universal opinion among the experts.
Okay.
Was
there a universal opinion among the experts in the Soviet Union that communism is good 15 years ago? Was that a universal opinion?
There probably wasn't from things that I've heard, and that is irrelevant to the question.
It's very relevant to the question. You have the same academic denial of freedom here at Berkeley University.
You are right that it is relevant to the question.
It's very relevant. Just because there's academic suppression of a particular view at a particular time in history has nothing to do with truth. The truth is, the evolution theory is only supported by these lies I shared. Now, take the lies out of the books and tell me what evidence do you have to support your theory. I want to see it.
Okay, well, let me try to do that. The essential basis, I believe, for much of what led toward evolutionary theory was the idea that species change over time. We find that because of the sequencing of the fossil record.
Wait. No, it's one topic at a time. You're saying the evidence for evolution comes from the sequence in the fossil record. Would you entertain the thought that there is no fossil record, there are simply a bunch of bones in the dirt, and we are putting our interpretation on them? And if you find an animal buried lower than another animal, it may be a result of hydrologic sorting, it may be pure coincidence, it is not proof. Wait. In a court of law,
hydrological sorting would not apply.
Your evidence would not fly as evidence. Correct. So, would it be possible?
Sorting as an explanation for the sequence of the fossil record would not apply.
I'm saying
because it does not fit with
doesn't fit the evolutionary theories.
No, because it does not fit with water dynamics. Hydrological sorting does not explain the sequencing of the fossil record.
First place, there is not a good sequencing to the fossils. Begin number one. Secondly, fossils are interpreted.
You will never find a whale in the Cambrian layers. You will never find any mammal in the Cambrian layers. You will not find a bird in the Cambrian layers. You will not find anything but animals that existed within that period within the Cambrian layers.
Who is interpreting whether a layer is Cambrian or not? Would you agree?
Obviously, the Cambrian layers are that area. Between, say, several hundred feet a second. I do not know the exact area. They are an area which are beneath these other layers, in which you will only find these animals.
Let's let a few more people ask questions. There's a lot of people who want to ask questions tonight. But you are a classic example of how your training is blinding you to the obvious, okay? You're saying There's limestone. Limestone is found in
Limestone is not what makes up the Cambrian layers. What makes up the Cambrian layers is the presence of those specific types of fossils within the layer, and different types of fossils that are always the same types of fossils above the layer and above it.
What you just said is precisely my point. The presence of Cambrian layers is determined by the types of fossils they find in them. Doesn't matter where you find it. The fact is, it has these trilobites or these animals, therefore it's Cambrian.
It is determined by its place in the sequence. You'll find these types of fossils in the Cambrian layer. You'll find these types of fossils.
You need to watch our video number 4 with an open mind. It'll get you converted over. If you really are, maybe your mind's already closed, I don't know. But if you're really open-minded, you need to look at this one more time. Okay, the geologic column. I showed you petrified trees standing up connecting these layers. Are you still telling me those layers are different ages?
What?
You still believe they're different ages, don't you?
I am saying that. I'm saying that you're not going to find.
All right, let's let somebody else talk for a minute. We're in the line. Look at somebody else. Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Don't want airflow to get. Okay. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Hovind.
Hi. I forgot your name now. What is it?
My name is Michelle Markstein, and
Michelle.
I'm a postdoctoral fellow here in the Integrative Biology Department. I have a PhD in genetics.
Okay.
And but before we start talking about biology, I first have a question for you.
Sure.
Okay. So you showed us very beautiful, polished slides, basically giving us evidence that scientists are liars.
Wait. No. You don't misconstrue my position.
Did you not give us evidence that scientists are liars?
Don't misconstrue my position.
And say that several times?
I said, this is a lie. This should not be taught in the textbooks.
Yes,
now, if you are teaching this as part of your evidence, then you are a liar.
Okay, so
if you are not teaching that, then you're fine.
Scientists who are pushing this theory are in essence liars.
Not scientists who are pushing evolution are liars. Scientists who are teaching these lies are liars.
Okay, but
Let's get it straight.
Okay.
Just because
so
somebody that believes
Berkeley professors who are teaching this are liars.
Berkeley professors who are teaching
evolution.
No, there you go again. You're misunderstanding.
Okay.
I did not say.
Your side. I missed the point.
Let's just get them going on this here.
Okay.
I did not say a professor who teaches evolution is a liar. A professor who teaches the gill slits on the embryo exist is a liar. I will say that. A professor who teaches the whale has a vestigial pelvis is either ignorant or a liar.
Right.
How many heard me say that tonight? A whole bunch of times. Okay.
Yes, me too.
Okay, you heard something?
Scientists
You're
are
trying.
liars or pushing a theory that even a 5-year-old could see as wrong. Is that not what your point was throughout tonight's talk?
My point was that a 5-year-old can tell you a dog and a wolf are the same kind of animal. And a dog and a banana are not.
Okay.
Now, do you believe dogs are related to bananas?
Ultimately, yes.
Ultimately, yes. Okay. Do you believe dogs and bananas and humans ultimately came from a rock 4.6 billion years ago?
Okay.
Do you believe, just yes or no, do you believe that?
Okay, I don't think it's correct to say yes or no. I want to point out to people here who are not familiar with his type of argument, okay?
I'll show you right from your textbook.
No. Let's not go to the textbook. Let's just have a talk, you and me.
Okay,
Come on. I challenge you. I challenge you to just have a conversation.
No PowerPoint! No PowerPoint!
Oh, I'll be glad. I want to show everybody the folly of believing that a dog and a banana have a common ancestor.
Let me tell you about what I study.
Okay, tell me.
But first I want you to still answer my question, then we can talk about some evidence for evolution, okay, based on what I actually study, which, just as a little teaser, are commonalities between fruit flies, those things that you say we mutate and have, make them have curly wings.
Right.
Okay, I find those flies very useful, actually. And I see commonalities between fruit flies and guess what? Human beings.
Wait.
And I'll tell you about that in a bit.
You're saying, as a postdoctoral fellow.
There you go. But you don't need to say doctor in front of my name.
Okay.
I'm pretty secure about it.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care about the